Hey folks, Ira here. I hope you've had a great Sunday. Thanks for tuning in for the Earthquake Report. Today is June the 5th, 2016. It was on this day in 1993 when a rare earthquake shook a wide area of western Minnesota and neighboring states. The epicenter was about 43 miles south-southwest of Fergus Falls and 168 miles northeast of Watertown, South Dakota. This earthquake was felt throughout much of west-central Minnesota, as far east as Minneapolis, and at many places in northeastern South Dakota and southeastern North Dakota. Today is known as World Environment Day. Interesting fact, World Environment Day was created by the United Nations General Assembly in 1972. Also on this day, 5 years ago, more than 50 National Guardsmen from Utah became the first unit to work along the U.S.-Mexico border as part of President George W. Bush's crackdown on illegal immigration. God, times have certainly changed. All right, earthquake report time. Here we go. As of 4 p.m. Eastern Time, we have clocked in 133 earthquakes. This brings our weekly total to 295 and our monthly total to 988. For historical reference, a year ago today, we clocked in 241 earthquakes. The strongest to strike the planet then was a magnitude 5.6 that struck Amsterdam Island, France. For those unfamiliar with this location, Amsterdam Island lies in the southern Indian Ocean. It is part of the French Southern and Antarctic lands and forms one of 5 districts of the territory. As it stands now, we have registered one earthquake that fell within the magnitude 6 scale. This was a 6.3 that hit Lake Sula, Indonesia. The epicenter of the quake was located 82 miles southwest of the city of Lake Sula at a depth of 266 miles. There have been neither immediate reports of damages or casualties, nor a tsunami threat. Indonesia is located along the Ring of Fire quake zone, where a large number of earthquakes and volcanic eruptions occur. Earlier this week, a 6.5 earthquake occurred in South Sumatra, a province of the island of Sumatra in Indonesia. We have experienced 3 magnitude 5 earthquakes, 2 of which struck Chile, care of South America. These were a 5.7 and a 5.1. Fortunately, there have not been any reports of damage or injuries, nor a tsunami threat. The third, a magnitude 5.0, also hit Indonesia. We have clocked in 14 magnitude 4 earthquakes. We experienced a 4.9 and a 4.3 in Peru, Argentina with a 4.6, Mexico with a 4.7, a 4.3, and a 4.2, Japan with a 4.8, the Philippines with a 4.5, Fiji with a 4.4, Greece with a 4.2, the Central East Pacific Rise with a 4.5, and False Pass, Alaska with a 4.3. The remaining earthquakes struck various locations here in the United States. We see that Hawaii has registered 5 thus far. 80% of these quakes hit the volcano. The strongest to strike was a 2.1. Alaska has experienced 23, the most intense to hit being the previously mentioned 4.3 in False Pass. As some of you know, I love small towns. With that being said, it doesn't get much smaller than False Pass. As of the 2000 census, the population sat at 64. At this point in time, there were only 22 households and 13 families. Now that's awesome. Washington has clocked in 5. The majority of these quakes were split between Eatonville and Amboy. The exception, and also the strongest earthquake to hit, originated from Napavine. This was a 1.1. Oregon has logged 0 for the day. Interesting. California has experienced 57 earthquakes thus far. The most intense to strike was a 2.8 in Cobb. No unusual swarm activity has been witnessed at this point in time. Nevada has experienced 16 today. The strongest to strike the Sagebrush State was a 1.1 in Hawthorne. 63% of the quakes that struck Nevada today fell in or around this location. Utah has been quiet, as has Idaho and Wyoming. Montana has registered only 1 today, this being a 0.4 in Pablo. Oklahoma has been quiet as well. The same can be said for locations along the New Madrid seismic fault. Kansas was hit with 2 earthquakes, both of which hit Anthony. These were a 3.2 and a 2.6. Along the eastern limb of the North American craton, we have experienced a 2.2 that hit Peru, New York. This makes the 6th earthquake to strike this area this year and the 2nd most intense. Interesting. Our neighbors to the north experienced seismic movement today. This was a 1.4 that registered out of Hope, Canada. So there you have it, folks. We have experienced a fairly strong magnitude 6.3 following yesterday's lull. If you watch yesterday's earthquake report, you'll notice that this fell right in line with our earthquake trend analysis. It will be interesting to see what the Earth has in store for us going into next week. And that is it for the earthquake report. If you experienced an earthquake today, or if you would simply like to chat, please post down below. I would like to hear from you. Make certain to like and subscribe. Also, if you like the social media thing, you can link to us via the standard allotted social sites in the description. We'll end this report with a video feed from our favorite star. Guys, stay safe. Have a great night. Hoorah!